It was just luck that Johnny Cabot and I happened to be in Camellia Gardens at the same time. I was here to prove a point, a theory of mine. One that I've had for a long time about small towns and small living. But Cabot, he was here because he had to hide out. He had to get out of New Jersey, and he had to get out fast. Well, you probably read about it in newspapers. He was involved in that warehouse job on the New Jersey waterfront some 3 months ago. Whitey Roski had set it up, and then at the last minute he didn't show. Johnny wasn't suspicious. He just figured maybe a blonde had turned up. So he and Pete went ahead without him. They walked right into a trap. A cop stakeout.
Johnny Cabot, come out of there.
Stake out. Somebody ratted on us.
Come out. Come out with your hands up. We've got you covered.
Johnny hid out in a motel in Camellia Gardens, 2,000 long miles from New Jersey. It was a quiet town, too quiet for Johnny with his big city taste. Well, he holed up in that motel room and he never went out. Just sat there, plunked on his guitar, and let his girl support him. She came out from New Jersey with him and took a job hashing in a local cafe. Used to be an entertainer. Played with a trio before Danny took him on. They were waiting for the heat to cool off.
Need any help?
Yeah, you can mend it.
Honey, I don't think you appreciate me.
So what's to appreciate? All I want to know is how long we're going to rot in this two-bit town.
I had a good job at that cocktail lounge in New Jersey. Big tips. Come here with you, I get big bunions.
We got 10 square feet and always everything's lost.
I was looking right at it.
What a life. This suburb life ain't for me.
Answer it.
Hello?
Doris, this is Max. Put Johnny on, will you?
So who says Johnny's here? You put the dime in the wrong slot.
This is important. Tell him that a guy that knows Danny wants to see him.
If I see him, I'll pass it on.
Who's that?
Oh, Max says he's got some friend of Danny's looking for you.
Danny's. Give me that phone. Hey, I might find out who turned me into the police. Doris, don't they have anything better than that for you to wear?
Our new Dior's models are late arriving.
Bowling alley?
What do you want?
Fred Durella, a friend of Danny's. It's got something to do with the guys back east.
Okay, be right over.
Good news?
Looks like I'm back in the big time.
Johnny.
You just stick with old Johnny boy, and we're going to be right back up on top.
I made my first contact with Cabot through a friend of his who ran a bowling alley.
Hey, Max.
Max was a small-town punk, but he served my purpose.
Yes, sir, Mr. Durella. Hey, nice shot.
Thanks. Another drink.
Doreen?
Another Colonial Club and soda for Mr. Durella.
This one's on me. Hey, you really in on things. Do you really know who fingered Johnny?
Max, you talk too much.
Yes, sir.
Besides being late, tell me more about this Cabot.
Oh, I got you just the kind of guy you say you want. He's a good driver and good heater man and careful as they come. I got you a good man, Mr. Durrell. When Danny gives the word, I act. But I was just thinking about my cut. There is something in it for me, ain't there?
The usual.
Well, I am taking a big risk, you know.
What big risk?
Well, you know.
Hi, Max.
What catchy? Mr. Durella's getting mad.
So Mr. Durella gets mad. So what?
Now, Johnny, don't argue with him. Danny sent him. Now, what's Doris doing here?
Why, Max. I just thought I'd do a little bowling.
Nice shot, Mr. Durella. Johnny, this is Danny's friend, Mr. Durella. That's Doris Jackson.
Last time I saw you, it was Dory Gettle.
Sorry, Gattle. You've got rocks. I never seen you before in my life. I would have remembered.
Seen Whitey Rosky lately?
The name's Doris Jackson, honey. And I don't know what you're talking about.
She just come along for the ride.
Get rid of her. Now, you wait just a minute.
Johnny, take it easy, buddy. He knows who fingered you in New Jersey. Play it his way, will you?
Look, mister, you got me mixed up with somebody else.
Wait in the car.
Look, honey, you know me. I'm Doris Jackson. He's got me all wrong. I never even heard of a Dorrigetto. Never even heard the name before.
I said wait in the car.
Okay, you say so. I gotta go to work anyway. I'll see you later, Johnny.
Yeah.
Go wipe some glasses.
Yes, sir.
I need someone with experience.
I've been around. Who else you hired?
No one.
Two men making a bank. How big is this Fort Knox? You know, I work for big stacks.
Let's get that settled right now.
What?
Your price.
Settled? 2,000 in advance, small bills, no new stuff. 30% of the take.
You come high. You are careful.
Like Max says, I've been in racket 5 years, and I've only done one little 6-month stretch.
I've been in it for 20 years. Only got to do 1 year. Time off for good behavior.
So we're both careful. Now, what's the bank?
Harbor Federal Trust.
Harbor Federal Trust. And you're not hiring anybody else?
No one.
So long. I'll see you, pal.
Sit down until I tell you to go.
Look. You couldn't take that with an army tank and a whole company.
You're right, but you can with one man. A good idea.
One man.
You, me.
What makes them hand over the money? Hypnotism?
Love. Small town love. And a 5-minute plan.
We went to a small cafe and sat until after midnight making out plans. I outlined the scheme from beginning to end. I would go to the vice president of the bank to get the money, while Cabot would keep his wife on ice at the house. At a 5-minute schedule of phone calls set up to protect us. No more than 5 minutes between each phone call. There was, he'd take care of Mrs. Wilson fast and then beat it. It was a foolproof setup. By the time we broke up, Cabot was hired in a kite. He was already spending the money. This guy went for my idea so big it didn't even slow him down when I gave him the scoop on Whitey Roski and Dory Gettle.
I've never seen you like this before. Does this mean what I think it does?
Well, now, that all depends.
Oh, Johnny, is the job that good?
Better.
I knew it. I knew it. Just think, me, Doris Jackson, right at the top of the heap.
You mean Dory Gettle?
Dory Gettle? Don't be silly. that Fred Dorella's got a screw loose.
Fred Dorella is a smart man.
So, okay, he made a mistake. But look, let's not talk about him. Let's talk about us. I feel like a kid in a candy store. I want everything at once. When is it?
Tomorrow.
What do we do first? Buy the car?
No, I buy a ticket to Los Angeles.
And then we buy the car?
No, then I rent an apartment.
And then we buy the car?
No, then I buy that new electric job with twin speakers.
Nothing for me?
Yeah, I got a present for you.
Oh, Johnny. Money, 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 money. Oh, Johnny, we're going to be loaded. Oh, Johnny. I'm your woman.
No. You're not my woman. You're Whitey Roski's woman.
We met early the next morning across from the Wilson's house. Johnny was right on time.
You'd even convince me.
Yeah? Of what?
You're okay. You look like the typical jerk that sell correspondence guitar lessons.
Where's the house?
White one on the corner.
I never saw so much of nothing in my life.
It's only a half a mile from the place you're staying. What's the matter? Didn't you ever leave your room?
For what?
Don't knock it. Or else you're going to find a neighborhood where nothing ever happens. People here live the kind of lives magazine ads talk about.
Hey, who's that?
Mrs. Wilson.
You didn't even look.
I don't have to look. I just checked my watch. 7:35. At 7:35 every morning, Mrs. Wilson comes out for her milk and her newspaper.
Well, now, she may live like a magazine ad, but she don't look like one. She is a mess.
Breakfast. Ken, Bobby. Breakfast is ready. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Bobby.
Mosh, you promised to make some hot cakes.
Madam Chairman and honored guests.
What's that?
This is a speech I've got to get memorized for our women's club this afternoon.
This afternoon, not this afternoon. You promised to buy me a new baseball uniform.
I'm sorry, Bobby, but I can't do it today. I'll get it for you tomorrow.
But, Mom,
Bobby, our women's club has been waiting 6 months for this speaker. Now, you come on. Take a seat and go down and eat your breakfast. Ken, breakfast is ready. Hurry up. You'll be late. Madam Chairman and honored guests, we have the great good fortune to have with us today a woman who is foremost in a field. I wonder if I should call her a lady.
I know what I'd call her.
Morning.
Mush. Oh, no. Not this morning. Make it black, please.
Ken, when I introduce a speaker, should I say woman or lady?
Woman, I guess.
Oh.
What's the matter, Pop? Are you sick?
No, darling, your father is hungover again.
What's hungover?
Sick.
Have too much to drink, Pop?
Young man, how would you like to leave the table without your breakfast?
Can I leave the table?
Now, that's a great threat. You eat your breakfast.
Mush.
Why were you out so late last night?
Mr. Johnson, the bank again.
take me to buy a new baseball uniform this afternoon?
Your mother will have to do it, Bobby. I have to work today.
But Mom's busy. She's got to go to the women's club this afternoon, and I just gotta get it today. I just gotta.
Just have to get it today, Bobby.
Have to get it. Anyway, Pop, I just gotta. Tomorrow's the big game.
Bobby, I told you I can't get it for you today, and I can't. That's all there is to it. I can't.
But, Pop.
Your mother's running things here, Bobby. If she says the women's club is more important than her family, then that's the way it has to be.
Well, that's a fine thing to say.
Well, it's true, isn't it?
Of course not. This is an exception.
An exception. You're so wrapped up in other people, you never have any time for Bobby and me. I used to have a wife, but now I'm living with the vice president of the Camellia Gardens Women's Club. Why, if I don't address you as Madam Chairman, I'm not recognized.
Do you think I go to meetings because it's fun?
It sounds incredible, but I do. I certainly do. I think it's the only thing you really enjoy.
And do you think that Mr. Johnson would have promoted you to vice president at the bank if I hadn't cultivated Mrs. Johnson at the women's club?
No, of course not. As a matter of fact, you're doing my job so well down at the women's club, I'm wondering why I bother going to work at all anymore.
Well, you can try doing my job at the women's club. You can change places with me any day.
Well, why change places? According to you, you're doing everything.
Running the bank, running the women's club, running everything. I'm just a sixth wheel around here, so you'll spin me off.
Carry on, Mrs. Wilson. Carry on. The floor is yours.
Quiet. I can't hear who it is. What was that again? Oh, sure, she's in. Hold the phone. Speak of the devil.
Mrs. Johnson.
Her sister, Priscilla Arbach.
Oh, no.
You don't think putting your hand over that now is doing any good?
Probably heard every word.
Hello, Priscilla.
Oh, Nancy, is anything wrong? What in the world's all that noise?
Oh, the noise. Oh, it must have been the radio.
That guy number 19 is 2 minutes late this morning.
You mean everybody around here eats and sleeps by a clock?
Exactly.
What a life.
Some people like it that way.
The same thing every day?
That's our whole plan. Their daily routine, our split-second timing.
I wonder if Miss Priscilla Arbach has mush for breakfast.
No, she probably has chocolates. Keeps a box right by the phone. Dials the phone with one hand, plunks in the chocolates with the other.
The early bird catches the worm, you know. Oh. Nancy.
I want you to be prepared for a wonderful compliment. Now take a deep breath.
Are you ready? The committee has decided they want your Ken
To be president of the PTA this coming year.
You've decided what?
We've decided that we want Ken for...
Nancy, can't you hear what I'm saying?
Yes, I hear you. You say you want Ken for president of the PTA?
What?
Oh, no. I don't think it's funny at all. No, I think Ken would make a delightful president.
I want nothing to do with the PTA. As far as I'm concerned, the PTA can go to...
Go where, Pop?
Never mind, Bobby. You, go get dressed for school.
I am dressed.
Oh. Well, then, go brush your teeth.
You know, this should certainly be a step up for Ken in our community. At least that's what Mr. Johnson says.
You've talked to Mr. Johnson?
Of course. And he's very enthusiastic about it. I know Ken won't let us down. You tell him we'll have lots of fun.
Yes, Priscilla, I'll tell him. Mr. Johnson is very enthusiastic, and you'll have just lots of fun.
Mr. Johnson's in on this, too?
So it seems.
Well, that does it.
What time does he usually leave?
8. Sometimes 10 to 8. 6 or 7 times I cased him last month. He never left earlier than 10 to 8, never later than 8.
Same routine every day. I guess he likes it, huh?
Sure he likes it. He's got a happy home, just chock full of love.
Nancy, I have something to say to you.
I think maybe we've both said enough.
Now, please, Nancy.
Darling, let's not fight. Seems like all we've been doing is fighting lately.
Look, I just want you to sit down there and listen to me for a minute. Now, will you do that?
All right. I'm listening.
Nancy.
Yes.
I can't talk to you like this. Sit over there.
No, I don't think I will. You're much too serious. Besides, I know what you're going to say.
You do?
Darling, I couldn't care less about the PTA or whether you're president of the PTA. As far as I'm concerned, you can tell him to go jump in the lake.
That's not what I wanted to say. Nancy, I want...
My bike plate. Mom, I lost my bike plate. Have you seen it?
Oh, no. Not another one. Don't move.
Nancy.
Oh, Bobby.
Never mind, Mom. I found it.
Now, that's a good place to keep it. I'm sorry, darling. Now, what was it you were saying?
It wasn't important. Some other time.
Well, it is getting late.
Yes, I better get to work.
What'd you like to tell Priscilla?
Oh, just tell her I'll think it over. This hangover's killing me. Maybe the whole thing will look better tomorrow. Well, I better hurry. It's 10 of 8. Well, I'm a little late.
Hey, haven't you forgotten something?
Have I?
She wants a kiss.
Bobby, what are you doing?
Just studying Dad's technique.
All right, young man, in the house.
Okay, but I don't think I'm going to miss much anyway.
Pretty fresh, isn't he?
He may be right.
You didn't tell me they had no kid.
So what if I didn't?
I think I'd like a real goodbye kiss.
Why, sure.
Hey, I hope Bobby's peeking through that window.
In this kind of setup, you tell me everything, mister. I don't want to fool around with no kids. Now, you get rid of them or cut me out.
What's with you and kids?
I had one getting away one time, and I ain't going to fool around with no kids.
All right,
now,
you calm
get rid
down.
of them.
You wait until the kid goes to school.
So what time does he go?
8:15 on the nose.
Every day at the same time?
Every day the same time.
Bye.
See what I mean? Love.
See you later.
There's a guy that'll do anything for his wife. We're going to make him do it.
I fixed breakfast for 2 this morning. Orange juice?
Just coffee, please. Thank you.
Figured you wouldn't be eating breakfast at home today.
I'm sorry, honey. It's the hangover. We had a pretty big night last night. Remember?
Last night you said you'd ask Nancy for a divorce this morning. You promised me.
I just couldn't, that's all.
I don't want it this way.
What do I say?
What did you plan on saying last night? You knew it wouldn't be easy.
Easy. Every time I build up to the subject, somebody or something interrupts. It's some gossipy club woman, a night plate, or a baseball uniform. And when I finally tell her I have something to say to her, she tells me she knows what it is.
And does she?
No. She thought it was something else.
Ken, I didn't want this to happen any more than you did. It has happened. We're faced with it.
Shall we go? Now, listen, no one will make fun of your clean trousers, and if they should, you just tell Miss Forbush.
Mom, I don't want to be a snitcher.
Well, I'm getting tired of waiting. A muffler. That's good thinking.
Yeah.
A perfect house-to-house salesman.
Now, listen, come right home for lunch.
Oh, I forgot I'll need 50 cents for the school plays this afternoon.
I'll give it to you at noon. Aren't they giving it for the parents this time?
Sure, Tuesday night, but you don't want to go, do you?
Why not?
I'm not in it.
I'm sure there are parents who go whose children aren't in it.
Not very many.
Well, I'll ask your daddy if he wants to be one of the not very many.
I'll call you between 10:30 and 11. I'll be waiting.
Off you go.
Well, that's your cue and mine.
Right.
Don't use that unless you have to. Wait the full 5 minutes.
What else?
5 minutes between each phone call. Don't get trigger happy. Everything was going on schedule. Just as I planned.
Good morning, ma'am. I'd like to demonstrate a fine new product.
I'm sorry, I never buy from a door-to-door sales.
But, lady, I'll give you $10 if you guess what I'm selling. I bet you can't guess what I'm selling. $10.
You certainly got a new approach. What's the catch?
No catch, I promise. Go on, guess.
Whatever it is, I won't buy.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Go on, guess.
This is silly. Obviously, you're selling guitars or guitar lessons or music.
You're absolutely right. Here's your $10.
But for what? I can't take this. Here, take it back.
No, I wouldn't think of it. You keep it. Go on. Keep it. But I'll tell you what, you could do me a big favor if you would.
What would you like?
I'd sure like to have a drink of water, ma'am.
Oh, of course. You wait here. I'll go get you one.
Now, let's not scream, Mrs. Wilson. We don't want to disturb nobody, you know.
How did you know my name?
We locked this one, too. You ought to be more careful when you're alone, honey. Where's the other phone?
In there.
That's good. I want to see both phones.
What do you want? There's nothing of any value here.
Let me decide that, Mrs. Wilson.
What are you going to do?
We're going to sit down, Mrs. Wilson. We're going to wait.
Must you do that?
Lady, there ain't nothing I have to do.
What are we waiting for? If you want to steal something, steal it and go.
We're waiting for a phone call.
Oh, Ken, you'll never have the nerve as long as we're in Camellia Gardens. So let's get out.
Get out of Camellia Gardens.
Let's go to Las Vegas. We needn't even pack our clothes. Just leave. And you could phone Nancy from there.
And what about my job?
Well, we wouldn't have to stay long, just a couple of weeks, and then we could come back on our terms.
Our terms? Why, Mr. Johnson would fire me so fast.
All right, well, let's not come back. Let's forget the bank. Make a complete break with the past. Why should you spend the rest of your life doing things you don't want to do?
What time does the plane leave?
6:15. You mean you'll go? Oh, Ken, I knew you wouldn't let me down. $1 more. Did you know
notice how I didn't let her get by with that routine about her husband donating at the office?
Gert, I've just got to get home.
Well, let's just try Nancy once more. I heard the radio shut off.
Oh, my husband will be sore as an owl.
Irma, remember the community fund.
Well, you go on. I've got to go home.
Oh, no. We'll wait till we can both come back together.
All right, lady, answer. And don't try to pull anything. I'll be listening, lady. Don't you forget it.
Hello?
Mrs. Wilson,
Yes.
your name has been selected for 2 free dance lessons at the Community Garden Dance Studio. Now, our survey shows that couples in your area are not up on the popular new dance set. We're making this get acquainted offer to start the ballroom. Now, if you will let me know which evening you would like to come in, I'll make an appointment for you. Mrs. Wilson. Hello?
You're catching on real good, lady. Now, come on back and sit down. What all can you give?